downstairs to adjust for this fact, but if I can just move it a little bit, is that okay?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإذا سألك عبادي عني فإني قريب أجيب دعوة الداعي إذا دعان فليستجيبوا لي وليؤمنوا بي لعلهم يرشدون. This speech is about the pearls of Al-Quran. What do I mean with the pearls of Al-Quran? There is, of course, tafsir of Al-Quran, where you just explain the meanings of Al-Quran. Apart from the meaning of Al-Quran, in this lesson we are going to pick some words of Al-Quran, just individual words, just one word, and how it has been placed in a certain ayah. If there is any grammatical question about it, which could be asked, so we have to explain it as well. So in this ayah of Surah Al-Baqarah, وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي أَنِّي, when my people ask you about myself, فَإِنِّي قَرِيب, then I am near to them. I am near, it means near to them. أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ, I respond to the call of the caller whenever he calls upon me. So, first of all, there is a grammatical explanation here. There are two words in Al-Quran like إِذَا and in. In English, they are the same translation. وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ, when my people ask about me. So the word in, word إِذَا, and also the word in. So what is the difference when إِذَا is mentioned, when in is mentioned? That would be the point which I want to raise here and to explain. The word إِذَا comes for things which are going to happen, which normally happen a lot. And the word in comes for such things which may not happen, which if needed it could happen, but they are not like إِذَا. For example, the ayah of Al-Wudu, there are both إِذَا and in, both are used in that ayah. يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا إِذَا قُمْتُمْ إِلَى الصَّلَاةِ فَاغْسِلُوا وُجُوهَكُمْ وَأَيْدِيَكُمْ إِلَى الْمَرَافِقِ وَامْسَحُوا بِرُؤُوسِكُمْ وَأَرْجُلَكُمْ إِلَى الْكَعْبَيْنِ. O believer, إِذَا قُمْتُمْ, when you stand for the prayer, then wash your faces, your hands till your elbows, and do rubbing upon your head, and wash your feet to the ankles. So that is iza in the beginning. But then it says, وَإِن كُنْتُمْ جُنُبًا فَطَّهَّرُوا. But if you are junub, and if you are impure, then try to clean yourself. So the word in is used and iza is used. So iza is used for wudu because wudu is done quite a lot. That things which happen a lot, so the word iza is used. But if a person is in impurity, he becomes in the major impurity, that is not every time it is going to happen. It may happen sometime. So the word in is used here in the very same ayah, وَإِن كُنْتُمْ جُنُبًا فَطَّهَّرُوا. And if you are in the major impurity, then try to purify yourself. Let us take another example of in. In Surah Az-Zukhruf, قُلْ إِن كَانَ لِلرَّحْمَنِ وَلَدٌ فَأَنَا أَوَّلُ الْعَابِدِينَ. If there is a child for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then I would be the first one to worship him. So this in kana, if there is a child, there is no child of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the word in is used for things which may not happen at all. But iza is going to be used for such things which are mostly, they do happen. Another example. كتب عليكم إذا حضر أحدكم الموت إن ترك خيرا الوصية للوالدين والأقربين. كتب عليكم, it is recorded upon you. إذا حضر أحدكم الموت, if the death comes to one of you. So the word إذا, when the death comes to you. So death is a matter which happens a lot. So the word إذا is used. But then it says, إِن تَرَكَ خَيْرًا الْوَصِيَّةُ لِلْوَالِدَيْنِ وَالْأَقْرَبِينَ. If he leaves some money, then he should do a will for the parents and the related ones. So, if he leaves some money, it means that it does not happen a lot. And a person would die without money. A person who is a poor person, he got nothing behind him. So the word in is used for something which happens not a lot. And iza is used for something which happens a lot. That is the death itself. كُتِبَ عَلَيْكُمْ إِذَا حَضَرَ أَحَدَكُمُ الْمَوْتِ إِن تَرَكَ خَيْرًا الْوَصِيَّةُ لِلْوَالِدَيْنِ وَالْأَقْرَبِينَ. But there is another issue of tafsir here, that this is a wasiyah, which is a will. A person should leave a will for the parents and for his relatives. That ayah of Al-Quran is general, but later our Prophet ﷺ said, La wasiyata liwarisin. La wasiyata liwarisin. There is no will which is to be done for an inheritor, for the one who inherits him. So this hadith made this ruling specified, that you can make wasiyah for a non-inheritor. And even that wasiyah should be within the limit of one-third. One-third. You don't go more than one-third for a non-inheritor. And this is going to solve the problems of a grandson who is not inheriting. For example, if a person has left one son, two sons, and one grandson, means that his own son has died, but he left a grandson for him. So, if a person dies and he got one son and one grandson, so grandson is going to inherit or not? In this case, when he got his own son. So, tell me, if he is going to inherit the grandson? Ikhtilaf? No, he is not going to inherit. No. As long as you got son, then the grandson is not going to inherit. So this is why many people, they ask this question, what is what is wrong with this grandson? Why should he suffer? His father has died, so he is more deserving to inherit his grandfather. But the ayah is not like this. So our Prophet ﷺ explained that when there are sons in a family, then the grandsons are not going to inherit. So in this way, according to this hadith, that you can do some will, you can make a will within 1/3. So you can make a will within 1/3 of your assets for your grandson. That is the solution of the problem. So you should have to make some will for such a person who is not inheriting you. So that is a tafsir question which I have explained to you as well. The next word is فَإِنِّي قَرِيب, that I am very near. I am very near. Now, normally in Al-Quran is like this. يَسْأَلُونَكَ مَاذَا يُنْفِقُونَ يَسْأَلُونَكَ مَاذَا يُنْفِقُونَ قُلْ الْأَفْ قُلْ الْأَفْ. They ask you what should they spend. Qul, tell them al-af, anything which is additional with you. So the word qul is coming in many, many cases. وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْمَحِيضِ قُلْ هُوَ أَذًى فَاعْتَزِلُوا النِّسَاءَ فِي الْمَحِيضِ. So they ask some questions, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, qul, say. But here there is no qul. وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي أَنِّي فَقُلْ. No, there is no qul here. فَإِنِّي قَرِيب. What do we understand with this? That this matter, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is very near to you, very near to you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala even do not want this matter to be conveyed to you by Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He is not saying to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, say to them that I am near. No, straight away. وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي أَنِّي, when my ibad, my people ask me about you, وَإِنِّي قَرِيب, I am near. I am near. So it shows that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so near to you that you don't need someone to convey your messages to Allah through him. No, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala listens directly, he responds directly as well. The word ibadi, وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ ibadi, وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ ibadi, when my ibad, my people ask you. So the word ibad is coming with ya here. The word ibad is coming with ya. Ibadi. So can you see this word here? For example. So both words are used in the Quran. Ibad without ya and ibadi with ya. In both ways, you will find the writing in the Quran, and it is written in both ways. What is the difference then? What is the difference between two of them? There is a ruling in the Arabic language, more letters, more meanings. If you got a word with more letters, it got more meanings into it. So when ibadi is written with ya, it means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying about all the people, all my people. Whoever asks Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to listen to him. So that is very general. That shows that how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is generous. He is saying that when my people ask me, tell them, فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ. So the word ya is used, ibadi, in Al-Quran. I give you two examples from Surah Zumar 53 with ya. قُلْ يَا عِبَادِيَ الَّذِينَ أَسْرَفُوا عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ لَا تَقْنَطُوا مِنْ رَحْمَةِ اللَّهِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَغْفِرُ الذُّنُوبَ جَمِيعًا إِنَّهُ هُوَ الْغَفُورُ الرَّحِيمُ. قُلْ يَا عِبَادِي, O my people, with ya, because all people are addressed here. who have done wrong to themselves, لا تقنطوا من رحمة الله. Don't be despair of the mercy of Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives all the sins. إِنَّهُ هُوَ الْغَفُورُ الرَّحِيمُ. He is Ghafoor, He is Rahim. He is merciful, He is forgiving. The second ayah of Surah Al-Isra 53 as well. وَقُلْ لِعِبَادِي يَقُولُ الَّتِي هِيَ أَحْسَنُ إِنَّ الشَّيْطَانَ يَنزَغُ بَيْنَهُمْ إِنَّ الشَّيْطَانَ كَانَ لِلْإِنسَانِ عَدُوًّا مُبِينًا. وَقُلْ لِعِبَادِي. Say to my people, with ya, it is written with ya there. يَقُولُ الَّتِي هِيَ أَحْسَنُ. Always say what is the best thing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you tongue, not to talk rubbish all the time. Always try to say something good. Not something good, ahsan, something which is the best. Inna shaytana yanzagu bainahum. Satan always tried to creep among the people. Inna shaytana kana lil insani aduwwan mubina. Indeed, Satan was a very, very manifest enemy to the man. All right, there are 5 or 6 ayat in the Quran where there is no ya. Just ya ibadi, like this. The first one, ya ibadi. There are 6 ayat in Quran without ya. Meaning is the same because there is a kasra here, and kasra means ya ibadi, that, oh my people. But ya is not written there. So what are these ayat? Surah Zumar 10. قل يا عبادي الذين آمنوا اتقوا ربكم للذين أحسنوا في هذه الدنيا حسنة وأرض الله واسعة إنما يوفى الصابرون أجرهم بغير حساب. قل يا عبادي. Say, oh my people. So with less letters, now there is no ya here. Less letters means those people who are covered by this ayah, they are less than the other word where ya is written. Say, oh my people. Who are these people? Allazina amanu, those who believed. So those who believed, they are less than the general public. Throughout the world, how many people are there? But those people who believe, they are less than them. So the word ibad is used. Ya ibadi allazina amanu. O my people who believed, ittaqu rabbakum, have the taqwa of Allah, your Lord. Lillazina ahsanu, those who do good deeds, fi hadhihi dunya hasana. In this world they will have good reward. Wa ardullahi wasi'ah. The earth, the land of Allah is very, very spacious. So if you can't worship Allah at one place, go to the other one. Innama yuwaffa as-sabiruna ajrahum bighayri hisab. Indeed, those people who got sabr, they are going to be given their reward without any counting at all. Another ayah, all in Surah Zumar, that is ayah 15 and 16 together, because the word ibad is used in ayah number 16. But it begins with ayah number 15. قُلْ إِنَّ الْخَاسِرِينَ الَّذِينَ خَسِرُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ وَأَهْلِيهِمْ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ أَلَا ذَلِكَ هُوَ الْخُسْرَانُ الْمُبِينُ. Say, those people who are the losers, those who have lost themselves and their families on the Day of Judgment, they are the real losers. أَلَا ذَلِكَ هُوَ الْخُسْرَانُ الْمُبِينُ. Indeed, they are the one who got the very, very clear khusran, very clear loss. The same thing which I have mentioned before. Less word, less meaning. More word, more meaning. So the word khasara as well, the word khasara, they are also the word khusr in the Quran. Who would know this, where it is, a khusr? Very, very common, the word khusr. Where is word khusr in the ayah? Which ayah? Wal asr. Innal insana lafi khusr. Indeed, the man is, by the time the man is in need. So that is khusr, that is general khasara, general loss. Where you can't say that it is more or less. But when it comes khasara, وَلَا يَزِيدُ الْكَافِرِينَ كُفْرُهُمْ إِلَّا خَسَارًا. And for kuffar people, their kufr is going to increase them in khasara, in the loss. So you see the word khasara, alif is added. Ha, Sin, Alif. So one alif is added into it, so it is more than khusr. More than khusr. And the second ayah of Surah Nuh, وَاتَّبَعُوا مَنْ لَمْ يَزِدْهُ مَالُهُ وَوَلَدُهُ إِلَّا خَسَارًا. And these people, meaning the kuffar people, they followed someone who is going to increase them. They follow their money and their children are going to increase them in khasara, in more loss. Now comes the third word, which is khusran, which is khusran. Ha, Sin, Ra, and then two more letters, Alif, Noon. So khusran is, which means that a great amount of khusran. And this is the ayah which I have just read. Ala zalika huwa al-khusran al-mubin. Indeed, that is a great khusran. And also in Surah Al-Hajj, وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يَعْبُدُ اللَّهَ عَلَى حَرْفٍ فَإِنْ أَصَابَهُ خَيْرٌ اطْمَأَنَّ بِهِ وَإِنْ أَصَابَتْهُ فِتْنَةٌ انقلب على وجهه خسر الدنيا والآخرة ذلك هو الخسران المبين. Here is the word khusran. There are some people who are going to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the edge. You see the edge? Here is the edge. If you take one step, you will fall. So, the person who is worshipping Allah on the edge. فَإِنْ أَصَابَهُ خَيْرٌ اطْمَأَنَّ بِهِ. If something good comes to him, he is satisfied. Alhamdulillah, MashaAllah, Akbar. Ya Allah, you have given me so much blessing, favors. وَإِنْ أَصَابَتْهُ فِتْنَةٌ انقلب على وجهه. But if fitna happens to him, some trial comes to him, then he completely turns away, 180 degree. That is the person who is أَلَا ذَلِكَ هُوَ الْخُسْرَانُ الْمُبِينُ خَسِرَ الدُّنْيَا وَالْآخِرَةِ ذَلِكَ هُوَ الْخُسْرَانُ الْمُبِينُ. This person has lost his dunya and his akhirah, and that is al-khusran al-mubin. So that was about al-khasara. Then let us come back to the very same ayah of Surah Zumar. So these people who have lost themselves on the Day of Judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying about them, لَهُم مِّن فَوْقِهِمْ ظُلَلٌ مِّنَ النَّارِ وَمِن تَحْتِهِمْ ظُلَلٌ ذَلِكَ يُخَوِّفُ اللَّهُ بِهِ عِبَادَهُ يَا عِبَادِ. There is no ya here, just kasra. يَا عِبَادِ فَاتَّقُونَ. These people, they would have ظُلَلٌ مِّنَ النَّارِ, shades of hellfire, and upon them and beneath them. And this is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala warns His people. Ya ibadi fattaqoon. O my people, have the taqwa of Allah. So those people who got the taqwa of Allah are less than the general public. So the word ibadi is mentioned here. In ayah number 17, once again, وَالَّذِينَ اسْتَنَبُوا الطَّاغُوتَ أَن يَعْبُدُوهَا وَأَنَابُوا إِلَى اللَّهِ لَهُمُ الْبُشْرَى فَبَشِّرْ عِبَادٍ. Again, فَبَشِّرْ عِبَادٍ, there is kasra there is no ya. Those people who keeps away from at-taghut. At-taghut is anything which is worshipped other than Allah. Those who keep away from taghut to worship it, وَأَنَابُوا إِلَى اللَّهِ, and they turn to Allah, لَهُمُ الْبُشْرَى, for them are the good news, فَبَشِّرْ عِبَادٍ, so give them the good news to my people. So ibadi, here there is no ya, because those people who follow the Quran, they follow al-Islam, they are less than those who don't follow. Now ayah of Surah Zukhruf, الأخلاء يومئذ بعضهم لبعض عدو إلا المتقين يا عباد يا عباد لا خوف عليكم اليوم ولا أنتم تحزنون. Once again here, ya ibadi without ya, with kasra only. Al-akhillau yawmazin, those friends who are known to be friends now in this world, these friends on the Day of Judgment, they will turn enemy to each other. You think that he is my friend now and you are very happy with him, but on the Day of Judgment, because he was not obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he was asking also not to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all of them would be together except for muttaqeen, except those people who got the taqwa of Allah, the fear of Allah, To them Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ibad, O my people, La khawfun alaykum al-yawma wa la antum tahzanun. No fear upon you, and you are not going to have any grief at all. So coming back to this ayah, وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ. فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ. There is the word ana, I, in English I, and inni with inna, which means more confirmation. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not say فَأَنَا قَرِيبٌ. وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَأَنَا قَرِيبٌ. I am near. No. فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ. With inna, to give more confirmation. I am very near to you. Then he says, أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ. I respond to the caller, to the call of the caller, إِذَا دَعَانِي, whenever he calls upon me. It should be like this. إِذَا دَعَانِي أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ. So condition comes first. If he calls upon me, I will respond to him. Yes, that could be possible. You mention the condition first. إِذَا كُنْتُمْ إِلَى الصَّلَاةِ فَاغْسِلُوا وُجُوهَكُمْ. You mention the condition first and then jawab al-shart, when what is going to happen after this condition. But here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying first, ujibu da'wata da'i. I respond to the call of the caller, iza da'ani, whenever he calls upon me. What do you understand from this? From this difference? That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so keen to tell you that I respond to you, that he has mentioned response first. Response first, and then he says, Ida da'ani, when he calls upon me. That is the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala here. So, Iza da'ani, when he calls upon me, it means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants from you that move your tongue, move your tongue. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what is in your heart. He knows that you are in distress, you want help from Allah. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also gave you this tongue to use it. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Iza da'ani. So, this is the lesson from Al-Quran as well. We understand from the story of Sayyidina Yunus alayhi salam, who was thrown into the water, and he was devoured by a whale or by a big fish. And then he was in distress in the belly of that fish. He is known to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that my abd, Yunus, is in distress. But still he says no. فَلَوْلَا أَنَّهُ كَانَ مِنَ الْمُسَبِّحِينَ لَلَبِسَ فِي بَطْنِهِ إِلَىٰ يَوْمِ يُبْعَثُونَ. If he does not do tasbih in the belly of the fish, he would remain there forever. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted for him to do tasbih at that time, to move his tongue. And what he has to say? What did he say? La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu min al-zalimin. La ilaha illa anta subhanak inni kuntu min al-zalimin. Yes, admit your sin. Admit your sin. Inni kuntu min al-zalimin. Inni kuntu min al-zalimin. I have done zulm. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to him not to leave your people. Not to leave your people. And Sayyidina Yunus alayhi salam, he preached and preached and preached until he was fed up. And he said, leave them. So he left them. So that was what he did. So he said, Inni kuntu min al-zalimin. I have done zulm upon me. La ilaha illa anta subhanak. There is none to be worshipped except you, O Allah. You are glorified. So when he did this tasbih, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made this fish to throw him out. The very same example of Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam, when he ate from the prohibited tree, and then he and his wife, both of them, they discovered that they are with no more clothes at all, they are naked, and they realized that they have done mistake. Now they regret it. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted them to say the words of tawbah, repentance. فَتَلَقَّى آدَمُ مِنْ رَبِّهِ كَلِمَاتٍ فَتَابَ عَلَيْهِ إِنَّهُ هُوَ التَّوَّابُ الرَّحِيمُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to them, say these words. Allah could have forgiven them without these words. But he inspired them with these words. What are these words? In Surah Al-Araf, they said these words, Rabbana zalamna anfusana wa in lam taghfir lana wa tarhamna lanakunanna min al-khasirin. O Rabb, we have done wrong to ourselves. And if you don't forgive us, if you don't have mercy upon us, we are among the losers. They said these words, فَتَلَقَّى آدَمُ مِنْ رَبِّهِ كَلِمَاتٍ. Adam received these words from his Rabb. And then he said these words. And this is how his repentance is accepted. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves you to ask him. Allahu yaghzabu in tarakta su'alahu. Wabnu Adama hina yus'alu yaghzabu. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala becomes angry when you don't ask him. And Bani Adam, when you ask him, he will be angry. Why you are asking me again and again, again and again? Am I the only person in this world to ask me? Go to the other person. So that is the difference between the two. And how do you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Do some first praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We learn it from Surah Al-Fatiha. Surah Al-Fatiha, there is a dua. There is a dua. Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. But before that, there is praiseworthy words. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Then you say, Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. So, the rule of dua is that you say praiseworthy words to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then salah upon the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and then ask whatever you want to ask. So that was this ayah, and from this ayah we move to a similar ayah where I want to show the word, how it is written both ways in Al-Quran. I have given you the word ibad, ibadi with ya and ibadi without ya. Now another word is coming. What is this word? The word Rahmah. In Surah Al-Baqarah 218. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَالَّذِينَ هَاجَرُوا وَجَاهَدُوا فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ أُولَٰئِكَ يَرْجُونَ رَحْمَةَ اللَّهِ وَاللَّهُ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, those who believed, those who did hijrah, those who did jihad in the way of Allah, أُولَٰئِكَ يَرْجُونَ رَحْمَةَ اللَّهِ, they expect the mercy of Allah. Wallahu ghafurur rahim, and Allah is forgiving, merciful. Rahmatullah. Rahmatullah. Now see, open the Quran and see this Rahmah is written with the ta marbuta like this, or ta expanded like this. This is the difference between the two. Rahmah and Rahmat. Yes. See this ayah, how it is written, with ta mabsuta or ta marbuta. No, in this ayah, in this ayah, in Surah Al-Baqarah. No, it is written like this. Maftuha or mabsuta, it is written like this. But in other places it is written Rahmah. So, what is the difference between the two? Even with the writing, just with the writing you understand there is a difference. This is the same Rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but once it is written with ta, maftuha or mabsuta means expanded. Or it is written like this, which is maqbuba, folded. It is folded. So the difference would be that the mercy of Allah was folded, was constrained, and then it was expanded. Then it was expanded someone. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written Rahmat with ta, because those people who are going to get the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala very, very swiftly, or they got the rahmah. For them, ta comes mabsuta. And if this rahmah is in al-akhirah later, then it is like this, maqbooda. So I give you other examples, for example. Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam was looking for a son. His wife is very old, Sarah, and he's not getting a child at all. He was making du'as and du'as, so many du'as. Until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him the good news that you are going to have a son. And this news, when it was given to Ibrahim alayhi salam and his wife Sarah, they became curious. They say, how it could happen? How it could happen? Because my wife is very old. How she is going to conceive? So in Surah Hud 73, the words are like this. The angels came and they said to Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam and his wife, قَالُوا أَتَعْجَبِينَ مِنْ أَمْرِ اللَّهِ رَحْمَةُ اللَّهِ وَبَرَكَاتُهُ عَلَيْكُمْ أَهْلَ الْبَيْتِ إِنَّهُ حَمِيدٌ مَجِيدٌ قَالُوا أَتَعْجَبِينَ مِنْ أَمْرِ اللَّهِ رَحْمَةُ اللَّهِ. Now see the word rahmah here in this ayah. Ta maqbooda or mabsuta? Hey, mabsuta. There it is mabsuta. They said, Atajabina min amrillah. Do you wonder from the order of Allah? Rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu alaykum. The mercy of Allah and His barakah upon you, O the people of the house. Innahu hamidun majid. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is praiseworthy and He is dignified. So it means that this rahmah which was constrained has opened for you. So it becomes like this, ta mabsuta. And why in Surah Maryam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said, after the dua of Zakaria alayhi salam asking for a child, Zakaria alayhi salam's wife was not conceiving, she was old lady, and he was asking for a child. How Surah Maryam begins? Zikru rahmati rabbika abdahu Zakaria. Zikru rahmati rabbika, again rahmat with ta mabsuta. That is in remembrance of the mercy of your Lord for His slave Zakaria. Why? Because once again, he was asking for a son, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given him the good news of a son, Yahya. So, it is the mercy which was constrained, now it has been opened. Another ayah, which is the ayah of Surah Al-Rum, ayah number 50. When the rain comes down, and then this earth starts growing all its vegetations, that is the rahmah of Allah. So the ayah is like this. فَانظُرْ إِلَىٰ آثَارِ رَحْمَةِ اللَّهِ كَيْفَ يُحْيِي الْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ مَوْتِهَا إِنَّ ذَلِكَ لَمُحْيِي الْمَوْتَى وَهُوَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. فَانظُرْ إِلَىٰ آثَارِ رَحْمَةِ اللَّهِ. Rahmat bitta mabsuta. Look at the impressions of the mercy of Allah, how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to make the dead earth alive. In the same way He is going to give life to the dead people. وَهُوَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. So here rahmat bitta mabsuta. Why? Because this rahmah of Allah in this form and shape of the rain comes, and then you will see the impressions of that rahmah. That rahmah is now spread everywhere. So you will find this is the difference between the two places. So this was about rahmah, and with two types of writing. Now come to another difference between kiflun and nasibun. In Surah An-Nisa, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, مَنْ يَشْفَى شَفَاعَةً حَسَنًا يَكُنْ لَهُ نَصِيبٌ مِّنْهَا وَمَنْ يَشْفَى شَفَاعَةً سَيِّئَةً يَكُنْ لَهُ كِفْلٌ مِّنْهَا وَكَانَ اللَّهُ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ مُقِيتًا. The person who does a good intercession, يَكُنْ لَهُ نَصِيبٌ مِّنْهَا, he will have the share of that intercession. And the person who does a bad intercession, yani wrongly for someone, يَكُنْ لَهُ كِفْلٌ مِّنْهَا, he would have the burden of it upon him. وَكَانَ اللَّهُ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ مُقِيتًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has appointed everything, everywhere. For everything there is a measurement. And according to that measurement, it happens. So here there are two words. One is for a good intercession, and that is nasib. And one is for bad intercession, that is kifl. So if a person is doing bad intercession, he will have kifl of it. Kifl is a portion which is similar to the act of the person. That is kifl. Kifl does not mean something greater than what somebody has done. No. He has done a bad intercession, he would have kiflun minha, a similar punishment. So kifl does not mean something additional, no. It must be equal to the act of the person. Unlike the word nasib, man yashfa shafa'atan hasana yakun lahu nasibun minha. The person who does good shafa'ah, he will have nasibun, a portion of it. So this word nasib, it could be similar, it could be more than what the person has done. And that is the ruling of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or the sunnah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when you do something good, He could reward you 1 time, 10 times, 100 times. كل عمل ابن آدم يضاعف الحسنة بعشر أمثالها إلى 100 ضعف إلى 500 ضعف. The person's good action is rewarded, sometimes 10 times more, then 100 times more, or 500 times more. So that is the word nasib. But as far as evil is concerned, the evil is not punished by more than once. Man amila sayyatan fala yujza illa mislaha. The person who does a bad thing, an evil act, he is going to be punished similar to it. So, we understand from this ayah that good actions, they are rewarded more, and the evil actions, they are punished in a similar way, not more, not less. So that was the difference between kifl and nasib. Now come to 3 letters or 3 words which are normally, there are many times in the Quran. The word yaf'alun, ya'malun, yasna'un. Yaf'alun, fail, to do. Ya'malun, from amal, to do. Yasna'un, from sana, to do, or to work, or to manufacture. So these are the 3 words which are used in the Quran. So what is the difference between all these 3 words? Word yaf'alun, which is coming from fa'l, that is used for any act by a human being, by an animal, by even solid things like stones, for example. So the word fail could be used for a human being, for an animal, for solid things. Whether it is done with intention or without intention. With intention or without intention. It is used for each. In Surah Yunus, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, 36 ayah, وَمَا يَتَّبِعُ أَكْثَرُهُمْ إِلَّا ظَنًّا إِنَّ الظَّنَّ لَا يُغْنِي مِنَ الْحَقِّ شَيْئًا إِنَّ اللَّهَ عَلِيمٌ بِمَا يَفْعَلُونَ. Most of them, they don't follow except speculation. إِنَّ الظَّنَّ لَا يُغْنِي مِنَ الْحَقِّ شَيْئًا. The speculation does not stand in the face of haqq. Inna Allah alimun bima yaf'alun. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows bima yaf'alun, whatever they do. Whatever they do. Here, what are they doing? Just zan, speculation. They might not have said it as well. It is just zan. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has used the word yaf'alun in the end. Now come to al-amal. So amal is more specific. Any action which is done with some intention. This is why it is not used for the animals. It is not used for the animals. تلك أمة قد خلت لها ما كسبت ولكم ما كسبتم ولا تسألون عما كانوا يعملون. تلك أمة قد خلت لها ما كسبت. The end of the first part of Al-Quran, Alif Lam Mim, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is discussing about the people before us, Sayyidina Ibrahim and his progeny. This ummah qad khalat, it has passed. Laha ma kasabat, for it what it has earned. Walakum ma kasabtum, for you what you earn. Wala tus'aluna amma kanu ya'malun, and you are not going to be asked about what they have been doing. So ya'malun is used for all actions of the human beings which they are doing with intention. So here comes the difference between fa'ala and amila. And I am going to explain later the word kasaba as well, because the word kasaba is used for your earning, for your action as well. So what is the difference between ya'malun and yaksibun? That would come later. تِلْكَ أُمَّةٌ قَدْ خَلَتْ لَهَا مَا كَسَبَتْ. Here there is a note of tafsir as well. In such matters which have happened in the past, for example, all those disputes which happened among the Sahaba, Rizwanullahi ta'ala alayhim ajma'in, like the battles which happened during the time of Sayyidina Ali, between the forces of Sayyidina Ali and the people who were with Sayyidina Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha. And then another battle which happened between the forces of Sayyidina Ali and the forces of Sayyidina Muawiyah. So some people, they make it an issue and they start discussing it again and again. And in this way, sometimes they come to abuse the dignity of Sahaba. So the best approach is for such things which have passed, تِلْكَ أُمَّةٌ قَدْ خَلَتْ لَهَا مَا كَسَبَتْ وَلَكُمْ مَا كَسَبْتُمْ وَلَا تُسْأَلُونَ عَمَّا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. You are not going to be questioned about them, so why you are worried so much? The whole philosophy of Shia or Rafida, that is based upon just keep on reminding the people of the happenings of the past and then sow the seed of hatred in the hearts of the people. We got nothing to do with what happened at that time. You are responsible for your own actions. What happened between Sayyidina Hussein and the forces of Abdullah ibn Ziyad, who later killed Sayyidina Hussein and all his companions, 70 of them. Yes, Abdullah ibn Ziyad is responsible for that. And if he has done it with the command of the Khalifa at that time, Yazid, he is responsible for that. But why you had turned this event into hatred, to create hatred among the people, among the Muslims? So this ayah, always remember this ayah for such occasions. Now the third word which is used here is sana, yasna'un. So the word sana itself means to do something in a very perfect way. That is sina'a, to make something very perfect. This is why it is used for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this way. Suna Allahi alladhi atqana kulla shay, innahu khabirun bima taf'alun. Surah An-Naml 88. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is the manufacturing of Allah. Alladhi atqana kulla shay, who has perfected everything which He has made. Innahu khabirun bima taf'alun. He knows whatever you do. So with this explanation we come to know that the most common word is fa'ala. And then a bit specific is amila. And more specific is sana. So this is how this difference comes between these three words. Now here comes the word ya'malun and yaksibun. Ya'malun to do something and kasaba to earn something. In Surah An-Nur 24, يَوْمَ تَشْهَدُ عَلَيْهِمْ أَلْسِنَتُهُمْ وَأَيْدِيهِمْ وَأَرْجُلُهُمْ بِمَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. The day their tongues, their hands and their feet are going to be witness upon them, بِمَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ, for all what they have been doing. The word يَعْمَلُونَ is here. And Surah Yasin, ayah number 65, اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون. Today we are going to stamp upon their mouths. وتكلمنا أيديهم, their hands are going to talk to us. وتشهد أرجلهم, their feet are going to be witness. بما كانوا يكسبون, for all what they have been earning. So see the word kasaba. Kasaba is normally used for such type of actions in which the organs of your body are involved. Your hands are involved, your feet are involved, your effort is involved. So this is why it is used for money as well. Tabbat yada abi lahabim wa tab ma aghna anhu maluhu Wama kasab. His mal did not avail him, his kasb did not avail him. Whatever he earned. So earning with his own efforts. That is, so the word kasb normally is used in such a manner to remind you whatever you have earned with your own hands, with your own mind, with your own efforts. So the ayah of Surah Yasin is saying, Al-yawma nakhtimu ala afwahihim, today on the day of judgment. We are going to stamp upon their mouths. Wa tukallimuna aydihim, their hands are going to talk. Wa tashhadu arjuluhum, their feet are going to be a witness. Bima kanu yaksibun, for all what they have been earning. So before the word kasb, you have found that the hands and the feet, they are mentioned. The ayah of Surah An-Nur, يَوْمَ تَشْهَدُ عَلَيْهِمْ أَلْسِنَتُهُمْ وَأَيْدِيهِمْ وَأَرْجُلُهُمْ بِمَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. That day their tongues, their hands, their feet, they are going to be witness upon them, بِمَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ, for all what they have been doing. The main thing is that in Surah An-Nur, the story of Al-Ifk is explained, how Sayyidina Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha was accused. So these accusations, that accusation is coming by the tongue, only by the tongue. The people, they started spreading these gossips and these rumors about her. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did absolve Sayyidina Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha from all this type of gossip and rumors. So there was not much involvement of the hands and the feet. So this is why the difference comes here, that in Surah An-Nur, the main emphasis is upon al-amal, whatever they have done. And in Surah Yasin, the main emphasis is upon the word yaksibun, because there is more involvement of the hands, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that the hands which normally don't talk On that day, they are going to talk. The feet does not give any witness, any testimony. But on that day, the feet are going to give that testimony. So there is a movement of the hands, there is a movement of the feet. So the word kasb was more appropriate here to be used. Bima kanu yaksibun. With kasb, there is another word which has been used in the Quran for advancing your actions, which is bima qaddamat aydikum. And somewhere bima kasabat aydikum. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sometimes He says that Allah is going to hold you accountable for all what we have advanced. And sometimes He says that Allah is going to hold you accountable for all what we have done, what we have earned. So the word yaksibun is used. Now let us take these two ayat and then you will understand the difference. In Surah Ar-Rum 41, ayah number 41, Allah is saying, ظهر الفساد في البر والبحر بما كسبت أيدي الناس ليذيقهم بعض الذي عملوا لعلهم يرجعون. Corruption has appeared in the land, in the sea, بما كسبت أيدي الناس, بما كسبت أيدي الناس, because of the kasb, because of the earning of the hands of the people. ليذيقهم بعض الذي عملوا. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could let them taste the consequences of some of their actions. لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْجِعُونَ. So they could come back to the right paths. Here is the word used, بِمَا كَسَبَتْ أَيْدِي النَّاسِ. Corruption has appeared in the land, بِمَا كَسَبَتْ أَيْدِي النَّاسِ, land and sea. So the word kasabat is used, why? Because before that ayah, in ayah 39, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned something which these people used to do, and that is to deal with riba, with interest. It says in ayah number 39, وَمَا آتَيْتُم مِّن رِبًا لِيَرْبُوَ فِي أَمْوَالِ النَّاسِ فَلَا يَرْبُو عِندَ اللَّهِ وَمَا آتَيْتُم مِّن زَكَاةٍ تُرِيدُونَ وَجْهَ اللَّهِ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُضْعِفُونَ. وَمَا آتَيْتُم مِّن رِبًا, and whatever interest you give, لِيَرْبُوَ فِي أَمْوَالِ النَّاسِ, so that you can have increase in the wealth. It is not going to be increased with Allah. وَمَا آتَيْتُم مِّن زَكَاةٍ, and whatever zakat you give, تُرِيدُونَ وَجْهَ اللَّهِ, and you seek the countenance of Allah, you do it for the sake of Allah, فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُضْعِفُونَ. They are the people who are going to increase their wealth. So, a kasb is mentioned before, and that is the kasb of riba. Kasb of riba. And after that, just after one ayah after that, this ayah comes, ظَهَرَ الْفَسَادُ فِي الْبَرِّ وَالْبَحْرِ بِمَا كَسَبَتْ أَيْدِي النَّاسِ. Corruption has spread in the land, in the sea, بِمَا كَسَبَتْ أَيْدِي النَّاسِ, because of the kasb of the human beings. So now you can understand that how the word kasb is used here. On the other hand, بِمَا قَدَّمَتْ أَيْدِيكُمْ, it might not be your kasb. It might be something which is falling upon you from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like a calamity. So this is the ayah of Surah Al-Rum 36 as well. وَإِذَا أَذَقْنَا النَّاسَ رَحْمَةً فَرِحُوا بِهَا وَإِن تُصِبْهُمْ سَيِّئَةٌ بِمَا قَدَّمَتْ أَيْدِيهِمْ إِذَا هُمْ يَقْنَطُونَ. And when we let the people taste something good, rahmah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, farihu biha, they become very happy. وَإِن تُصِبْهُمْ سَيِّئَةٌ بِمَا قَدَّمَتْ أَيْدِيهِمْ. And when something bad happens to them, any calamity, any COVID, وَإِن تُصِبْهُمْ سَيِّئَةٌ بِمَا قَدَّمَتْ أَيْدِيهِمْ إِذَا هُمْ يَقْنَطُونَ. And if something bad happens to them, بِمَا قَدَّمَتْ أَيْدِيهِمْ, which their hands have advanced, إِذَا هُمْ يَقْنَطُونَ, they become despair, in the state of despair. So here is a difference between kasb, something which they have earned by themselves, and something which may not be, may not be a kasb, may not be a trade, related to trade, but it is just like unthankfulness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Keep on committing sins. So here the words bima qaddamat aydikum, the word qaddama is used here, and in the ayah, which is the further ayah in Surah Al-Rum, bima kasabat aydikum, the word kasaba has been used. So I think for the time, for today's lesson, all these examples are enough, and I end this lesson with, you can say anecdote, so it got a lesson as well. It is reported by At-Tabari in one of his tafsir, in his tafsir. So a man came from Khurasan. Khurasan is the same area which is known nowadays as Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, all those states. So Khurasan, the word which was used during the time of the early times of Islamic history. So a man came from Khurasan for Hajj, and in Mecca, in Haram area, he was announcing that I lost my, you can say, wallet with 1,000 dinar into it. So whoever gets it, please give it back to me. Now an old person approaches him and he says to him, man, if somebody returns you back this wallet, can you give him just 1/10 of it, because he was a very poor person, and just 1/10 of it, give him. He would be happy as well. 1/10, 100 pound, 100 dinar. So from 1,000, give him 100 and he would be very happy. The man said, no, I will never give him 1/10 of this amount. I want full amount for me. So the old man went away and he went to his house, and this man, At-Tabari, Tafsir, the writer of Tafsir, he was there. He said, let me follow this person. It seemed that this is the person who got this wallet. This is why he made this question. So let me find out. So he followed him until he reached his house, and he was listening to the conversation between him and his wife. And he's saying to his wife, Ya Lubaba, I found a wallet with 1,000 dinar into it. And I asked the person who was announcing that I lost my wallet to give any person who gives him this wallet 1/10. But he did not accept. And his wife said, man, for 50 years we are suffering in this house. We got no money at all. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought us this money. Keep it. Keep this money. Don't give it to him. This is from Allah. Take it. The man said, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. I fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Second day, he went to the same place, and the same man was announcing the very same thing. I lost my wallet with 1,000 dinar. And this sheikh said to him, all right, if this person, you are not willing to give him 1/10, just give him 10 dinar, just 10 dinar. He would be happy with 10 dinar. He said, Wallahi, no, I'm not going to give him 10 dinar. No. So he came back to his house. Third day he came, the same thing. He was announcing for his lost wallet. So he said to him, the sheikh said to him, sheikh means the old person. He said to him, man, if you give him just 1 dinar, he will buy with half dinar a sheep, and another half dinar he will meet all others his needs, all his needs. So just give him 1 dinar. He said, Wallahi, I am not going to give him 1 dinar. I want my full wallet. So the old man said to him, all right, follow me. I give you your wallet back. It is at my home. So he followed him. He came to the house. He has dug a place in the house, in the floor, from where he took out the wallet, and he said, take your wallet. There are 1,000 dinar here. So he took 1,000 dinar, said Assalamu alaikum, and he was retreating. At the door he said, man, when I was leaving Khurasan, my father gave me 3,000 dinar. And he said to me, you have to give 1/3 of it, means 1,000, to any person who was most deserving. Any person who is so poor that he is most deserving, give him that money. And from Khurasan till Makkah, I did not find any person so poor and so deserving than you. Then you take this money. This is for you. وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهِ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. The person who got the taqwa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he receives from a quarter from where he can't expect. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make him a way out. So how, see that person with his taqwa, he was just asking for 100 dinar and he got all the money, 1,000 dinar. That is the fruit of taqwa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وصلى الله تعالى على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Let me add in the end, this knowledge or this science of difference between the different words of Al-Quran, I have picked it from a very great scholar of Iraq. His name is Dr. Fazil Saleh As-Samarrai. He is alive. So he has been doing this program on Sharika TV for quite a long time. So I have followed his lessons as well, and I have seen his books as well. So that is coming, that is the research of this great man. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give him a good life as well, and a good reward as well. And also pray for me as well, inshallah. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم صلى الله تعالى على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.
فهذا أبوه يعني من أصدقائي. هذا شيخ عمر إن شاء الله يصبح طبيبا إن شاء الله في المستقبل. هذا عبيد الله ابن وحيد الله، أيضا إمام في مسجد الجامع. تعرفه وحيد الله؟ مدير دار السلام. وحيد. أيوه. فهذا ابنه أكبر. هذا حافظنا شيخنا إمامنا يصلي بنا